The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sherapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered! You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sherapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Happy Thursday, everybody. What's up? Off and running for another episode of the Bostonian versus the book. Dave Sherapan, Matt Perrault. We are live on our YouTube channel at Boston versus the book. At Boston versus the book on X, Twitter, whatever the heck you call that now. We're replayed on Sirius XM channel 159 and on Sports Grid TV every single night. It is a leap year day. Dave, is this someone's 8th birthday, or do you allow them to celebrate March the 1st for their birthdays?
That's a good question. Would you celebrate it March 1st or February 28th if today was your actual birthday?
Oh, I think I would go. Good question. I think I might go March 1st, but I get the point of why maybe you want a February birthday on the 28th.
Theme of the show. Me and you look at things differently. I think you're born February 29th. Why would you pick a different month for your birthday? I say February 28th. Put it in the chat right now. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, vote at the top of the show. Would you pick February 28th for your birthday or March 1st for the day that you officially celebrate? But happy birthday to everybody with a leap year birthday. If you got a leap year birthday and you can prove it, you got a hat on me coming right now. Okay.
Wow.
Anyone on February 29th day gets a BVB custom hat of your choice. Base color, you pick. Flex fit, you pick.
I like it.
Adjustable, you pick. And colors for the B's and the V's, you pick. February 29th, happy birthday. Just take a deep breath. We got a curveball this morning for something else. We're working on it. I hate curveballs. I didn't when I was in high school. I was not a good curveball hitter. I figured it out when I got to Legion. Brother Dan, if you're here, that was your kryptonite. Otherwise, you'd have been in the major leagues.
Whoa.
When they hung a curveball, though, he hit it about 450 feet. We hit curveballs on this show because we get dealt curveballs on this show. Always forward, never straight. We'll be fine. You guys will be fine. I just saw in the chat, it's $350 for Thursday night at Resorts World.
Okay, hold on.
$450
That's not true.
for Friday. Is that right?
True. That's not true. That is not true. That is not true, because if you guys would like to come to Resorts World, we have a room code for you.
Thank you.
Okay. So the prices you are seeing listed online will not be the prices that you will be getting asked to pay. Now,
hello.
I'm going to tell you this. Okay. You're going to email us, askthebvb@gmail.com. Askthebvb@gmail.com. Say, guys, I want to come to Vegas. Give me the code. I'll send you the room code. There is dynamic pricing in Las Vegas. You have to understand this. Okay. We are knocking off a chunk to have you guys come and be a part of the Brigade with us live. But that chunk will change based upon availability, based upon what's happening with the resort, okay? So do us a favor. I don't need daily updates on room prices, okay? Okay? I don't need it in the chat. I don't need you guys telling me, hey, it's this today, it's that tomorrow. Hey, it's this today, it's that tomorrow. Is it going to be cheap? No. All right? I'm telling you right now. One, Resorts World's a gorgeous property, all right? There are places you don't have to stay at Resorts World to come to the weekend.
No.
Okay. It's a big city with a lot of rooms. All right. If you want to stay somewhere else, 100% do that. And then come and hang out with us. Okay. Come in. There's plenty of places. Just understand that it's the first 2 days of the NCAA tournament. It is a very popular time to come to Vegas.
It is.
A lot of people want to be here. Okay. So just, sticker shock is real in Vegas. Okay. This is not a cheap place to come anymore. It used to be a place where you could come and get $5, a buffet, a steak and a lobster tail for $10.50. That place, that's long gone. Okay.
Not now.
That version of Vegas doesn't exist anymore. Okay.
Nope.
So if you haven't been here before and you're like, what happened to the old school Vegas? Well, there are places you can go in Vegas that have similar styles, similar angles. but that weekend is one of the most expensive, one of the most passionate filled, incredible weekends of the year. Okay.
Yep.
We are giving you a break. Email us, askthebbb@gmail.com. I will then personally send you the link for the code that you can go and sign up for a room and reserve your spot to be at Resorts World. There's multiple options. I looked at it last night. There's multiple different things you can sign up for to be a part of it. Okay. But the code will save you money. I believe it's 20% off the listed cost that the code's going to get you. Okay. But it changes, like sometimes hourly. It changes based upon the availability. That's what Vegas uses. It's called dynamic pricing. Different day, different time, different event, different everything. So it does move around. But we will save you money.
It's not always fair.
No.
It's not always right. And I'd love to block off the whole 8th floor and just get everybody a room so you could come. That'd be great. I can't. So I'd love you to come. What we will save you money on is a place to watch the games.
True.
Folks are charging you $300 a pop just to go and sit and watch the games. You ain't going to pay that to come sit with us.
$700 at one book just to sit down.
$700 a day
to sit down. Just to sit down. Not
that gets you a seat and 2 drink tickets.
That's it. Right? So we will save you money on that. You will be able to come on in.
And then we got places, boys, once you get here, like if you've invested in us and watching this show for as long as you have, or listening to the show for as long as you have, once you're here, we're going to help you out.
Yeah.
We're going to put you in positions to succeed. I ain't taking you to the strip club, but you can go. I ain't taking you to the weed place, but you can go.
That's my job.
We'll tell you where to go or how to get there. And
I'll tell you the name of the guy to ask for.
There's things that can happen
to
get you in places to watch the games that may not be as expensive. We got guys. So you know the right guys. There, that picture, those are all the people that came.
That's not even all of them. That's who stayed to the end.
That's who stayed to the end, and they couldn't drink because it's some other deal. I can guarantee you that you'll be able to come here, get your drink on.
Yeah.
Get your swing on.
We got a bar. We'll have a whole bar to ourselves.
With TVs. There's I mean, at the joint we're at, you can go play cornhole in between games. There's all that, right? They got them outdoor cornhole. That's the game. Stop thinking like that. It's a game. It's called cornhole. With the beanbag.
I couldn't in Omaha. I can't now. I just can't. I never have been able to handle that game. That name is Bags. The name is not cornhole.
It's an unbelievable name for a game.
It's called Bags. It's just, every time when I was in Omaha and I hear somebody say that, I'd be like, come on, bro. We gotta say something else.
It is what it is. But they got the cornhole courts over there. They got the pop shots. They got all that stuff. They're gonna have things for us to hang out and enjoy each other's company.
Stop. Me and you, the Midwest people, me and you, we feel the same way when we hear.
It's what it is. It's cornhole.
Yeah, it's cornhole.
I like saying it.
Oh boy, yes. Rainmaker, by the way, people dispensary is coming and picking you up. That's not a unique thing. Strip clubs do the same thing in Vegas. So it's a kind of, they do it a lot. You just go ahead and go do.
We need Rainmaker Lou to come. He could be the guy to help people get to and from places. Rainmaker Lou might be our Red from Shawshank, a guy who could get things, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
So Lou. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it. Have you made a call yet on Kendall coming to one of the shows?
I already told her she was coming.
All right. So Madeline, I made mention of that to Madeline, and she like literally dropped everything what she was doing, and she spun around and goes, Kendall's going to be there. I said, yeah. She goes, I'm going. And I go, well, she goes, no, I'm going. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the plan initially was both nights, but my wife said maybe just one. We'll have a discussion as we get closer.
Okay.
But
I'm thinking Thursday.
4 o'clock start for the show might be having to be a half day of school. Friday might just be a look. We'll just, and then we're not going to worry about going to bed. You can hang out. Whatever. Right. It's a tremendous ice cream place right across from where we're doing the show. There's all
Tell Kelsey I'll pay her and watch Kendall and Maddie for the night. Stick them in a room. We'll go out.
Right.
with the Brigade on Friday night. We'll go.
Friday night could get loose.
It should
Friday
get,
night
it,
could
it
get very
should get
loose.
loose. No, it's going to be fun. I cannot. It's going to be an absolute blast. We had a really cool call this morning about something we might be able to add on to the events that we're going to be doing for the NCAA tournament. So a lot of fun things happening, a lot of cool things happening. So again, if you want to be a part of it, if you just want to know what the rate is, you want to take a look at it, just send me your email, askthebvb@gmail.com. I will send you the link, direct link that will have our code on it that will get you guys the discount, the lower rate to stay at Resorts World. And even if you just want to shop, just, to take a stock of what it will cost you to stay there or stay here, a lot of things going on. So it should be fun. It's going to be a very cool couple of days. Looking forward to seeing all of you guys coming on out. We got hats and things that we're going to be talking about very soon.
Yes.
So stay tuned. More happening. But when we say we're having lots of meetings and conversations, we're not just BSing you guys. We literally are having lots of meetings and conversations with people about what's going to be happening.
Can you imagine like a Saturday afternoon by the pool that weekend? Like,
what's the weather like?
Like, the weather will probably be perfect that weekend.
Hopefully.
It's always perfect that weekend. I don't know. But, in between games, let's go hang out by the pool, have lunch, whatever. I mean, last time we had the show at Circa, we did the pool. I mean, Johnny Parlay just, boom, took his shirt off. He went and sat in the hot tub.
He did.
He hung out, sat in the pool, got that hair all gloriously wet, and it looked like it didn't move.
JC, you can park it in my driveway if you actually were going to do that.
A van, can I park it in Dave's driveway?
Park it in my driveway, or park it in my. I have a whole side parking
we'll get
area.
The parking taken care of at Resorts. I got a guy for that. We'll park it there.
Yeah, so we'll do all that.
We can park the van at the Resorts World.
Right.
I parked my van at the Resorts World. Listen, you come get a card, you get the free parking.
Chicken Ranch, I don't think they'll come to Omaha to pick you up, or it's going to come to Vegas to pick you up here. I think the Chicken Ranch is a little bit too far.
Off limits.
Not off limits. Why is it off limits? It's not off limits.
I ain't going up there for that.
Well, nor am I, but it's not off limits. You want to do the 45-minute drive?
I mean, if you want to do it on your own.
If you want to make the drive to Pahrump, go ahead.
I ain't going to no Chicken Ranch. I ain't even driving you. I ain't doing it.
That's a hike. It's a hike. It's a 45-minute.
It's too far.
Too far. Yeah, but you can sleep over if you want. So if you dare.
You could find what you're looking for right at the bar.
Yeah, but it's not the same though. I mean, I don't know. Like I've had this. I've had this debate with people. Like, if you were gonna go and get a woman of the night in Vegas, would you feel more comfortable going to the Chicken Ranch or going to a bar at a certain property that we know they tend to hang out at?
I mean, where's the venue of the title shot?
Let's just say one of the nicer hotels in Vegas that we know that they exist at all the time.
I'd rather play on a home court.
See, I think you get robbed much more commonly on the Strip than you do out.
Really?
Yeah, because that's a licensed joint, and they've got tons of security and they've got cameras. I don't want to say it's never safer, but my opinion on it is if I ever were to do it, and I've never done it, but if I ever did do it, I'm a single guy now, so I can do what I want. But I would definitely go to Pahrump.
This is definitely not on the rundown.
No, but
this is ironic that I have take care of your chicken.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
T-shirt on today. We're talking about the chicken.
Wrap it up. But I would tight double bag. But I just think if you're going to me, I've just heard stories. I've told you about my friend who got taken by two girls in the back of a cab. I know guys who have picked up women of the night and have wound up nearly dead from having it on the Strip.
Oh,
so
I've seen it. I have years of experience seeing that. It ain't good.
No,
I mean, it could end bad.
So that's why I prefer the licensed joint. If I was going to do that, I'd prefer, and you can peruse, and there's no one of my friends literally thought he was talking to the hottest girl in Las Vegas, and he thought that he had hit the monster of home run pickup.
He did
until he walked out and he's like, "Boys, I'll see you in the morning." And he was all excited and he was trucking his way out. And then he came back in and he was all defeated. And we're like, "What happened?" He was like, "She wanted 300."
I
was
right. And I was a little
cheap.
light.
He's kind of cheap. He's like, "I didn't think." I was like, "Welcome to Vegas."
Man, they're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
It was awesome. He thought he was like, "Whoo, I'm Don Juan. I swept her off her feet. She was all into me. She laughed at all my jokes." Got her on the corner. She was like, "This is how much I cost."
Never forget the first time it happened to me when I was visiting Vegas.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, look, used to wear the nice sport coat, the nice suits, and all this other stuff.
Don't
because
tell.
I had money.
Don't
and
admit that.
time and-
You can't admit that.
Oh,
Someone might be watching me.
no, I used to wear, I still got all the stuff and it still fits. I could wear it if I want. I don't want to.
Right.
Because like certain people we know, like we don't have a boss right now. At least. Yeah. So, but they came up to us and I mean, they were very friendly.
Very friendly. They're always very friendly.
They were very nice and they had great names. I think one was like Siren. I think
Siren.
something like that. It was something different.
That's
like,
scary.
really? Oh, okay. And my friend was so enamored. He really thought he was macking it.
Yeah.
You know, they're watching us play blackjack, and when I was on a little bit of a run, I think it was up to like, I don't know, 100 a hand or something. And they thought, a stack of chips in front of me, this guy's a mark. Boom. And they walked away, and I said, "Are you nuts? They're working." No, they're not. They're working. We're working right here.
Yeah.
Folks, you know, we had 3 people at the table. It was hot. It was up a couple times. Shh. He went for the walk, chased him down. I said, "Listen, we got to go. I'm a tremendous wingman. Always was, always will be. No man left behind."
Good.
"Listen, we got to go." "What do you mean?" They just said they could take us somewhere to drink, get another drink. "We're going to bed." This was my line mate. Ended up being the best man at his wedding. He got divorced too. But they see you coming, boys.
Oh, boy, did they ever. Especially if you're someone who looks like you're out of town.
Oh.
You don't realize it when you're an out of towner, but we can tell really easily. Like, you ain't from Vegas. And they go, they have a heat-seeking missile on you, especially if you're a little tipsy and especially if you're at a high-end joint. Like, you are target. There are target-rich environments.
Why I like wearing all the out-of-town stuff. You know, I go to the casino and I'm wearing a Red Sox jersey.
They think you're out of town?
They think I'm from Boston. What part of Boston are you from? And I go, "I'm from Henderson." "Oh, you live here?" "Yep." Conversation over.
Oh, without a doubt. They would turn around, zip by. Yeah, not even worth the conversation.
Little tip.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Say
guys
you're
want
from
the
Vegas.
best bet of the day today? When you come to Vegas, tell them you live in Henderson. Conversation over. They'll leave you alone. Even the guys that give you the little tip things on the strip when you're walking around. "Hey, need a limo? Need a strip club? I live in Henderson." "Never mind."
I say I'm from here. Why do you say Henderson?
Well, because everybody says they're from here. That's when you give them the Henderson, they're like, "Oh, now,
okay.
Not only does this guy live here, but he lives out in Hendertucky."
Okay. I thought it was because of the adult film production companies that operate out of Henderson. It's quite a few of them. It's quite a few of those.
What have you been doing at night?
Where
is your mind?
No, my mind is fine. It's actually really true. There's all these sorts of crazy things. I could get into a topic right now, but I won't. But there's a topic we have to discuss at some point. Do you know what the green door is? Yes. I had no idea. I had no clue what that was.
Yes.
I should know. It's been a long time. I had no idea what that was. That blew my mind for literally the entire night. I was like, what the hell is this? Like, could you imagine walking into that and seeing someone you know? Like, could you ever look at them ever again? Like,
So,
you would never be able to, you'd be like, I want to die.
there's a rink next to the green door.
There is?
That's not, it says shares the parking lot.
Are you kidding me?
No, when I moved here, I started playing hockey with guys, and we ended up down at this rink. So I learned all about it.
Oh,
We used to sit in the parking lot after games and have drinks and watch. I mean, you want to talk about shows? Oh, yeah.
wow.
Nobody knows. I mean, like, you know.
I had no idea. I literally, 2 nights ago, I had absolutely no idea. Nicholas, it's a good point. Maybe we'll talk about during bonus time because.
Yeah, we're never getting off late night, Nicky Caramello. Never getting off late
I had
night.
absolutely no idea what the green door was in Las Vegas. Like, there are certain things like people are like, Vegas is becoming common like all over the country. I'm like, really? You have a green door? Because I don't think you do. There's not a green door in Peoria, Illinois. There's not a green door in Des Moines, Iowa. I tell you that right now.
There might be.
No, there's not. This is an actual legal establishment. There may be Johnny Joe's place around the corner who likes to throw those parties, but like this is a licensed establishment. This is an actual business of practice that you have to go and join as a member to be able to go. And the multiple rooms, I spent like an hour on their website going like, this is insane. Like, in fact, this is actually in Las Vegas, might be the craziest part of this city. I think I found the craziest thing about Vegas. The green door may be the craziest thing about Las Vegas. I just learned, Lisa, Whitting's like, I know it's been there for a long time. I've only been here 8 years. I had never heard about it until an influencer on Instagram said, I'm going to the green door. I was like, what the hell is the green door? And then I said, Googled green door. And I was like, holy crap. You can't take cameras in there. They take your phone from you. Like, crazy.
Yep.
Wild stuff.
This gives new meaning to what happened last night.
At the green door, I don't want to know. I have no desire to know what happens last night at the green door. But LeBron did go for 21 points in the fourth quarter last night.
My God.
You got to at least tip the cap to the dude, right? When he wants to go Superman, he can go Superman.
It was so funny because, I went on Sports Grid into Clipper stuff yesterday. I thought the line was light. It was. They outscored them all 3 quarters at a 20-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and he took over. You absolutely got to tip your cap to him. The guy is unbelievable. As much as it is about LeBron doing that, what the hell are the Clippers doing? Like, seriously, what are they doing? How can you take them seriously when situations like that occur?
So your takeaway is more on the Clippers than the Lakers.
Absolutely. It's one game. The Lakers played the Wizards tonight.
Right.
9.5-point favorites. So probably come down to the last shot. They'll barely win.
Right.
Right?
It's a fade on them tonight. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
I'd fade them if LeBron even plays.
Oh, God. He's going to sit because of his ankle.
Sure. I scored 21. I played hard last night. It's sore. I can't play. That's the NBA. You play hard one game and then, all right, I'm done. Sorry. Back to back. I don't want to play. I'm old. I can't play.
Sorry, Will. That's fucking bullshit.
It is, but that's the current modern NBA. It's horrible.
I mean, tonight he should put up 50.
He should.
That's the way it should go, right?
Right. Yeah. But that's not how the NBA goes.
Season around.
Right. But
like Laker fans are like, oh,
here he goes.
Not dead yet.
Yeah, you are. You're dead. You've been dead for a long time.
How are they going to do that in the
You're like a ghost. The Lakers are like a ghost. They're dead. They just don't know it yet.
Maybe.
They'll figure it out eventually.
Green door. No.
So the Nuggets and the Kings, another under last night for them. Nuggets killed the Kings. Game went way under 228.5, went under 231.5. The closer of 231. But what do you make it at 214 tonight against Miami? Open at 216, immediately bet down to 214 here with this. Nuggets have been on a very good heater to the under at home.
Correct. Two things. One, a team going into Denver on the back end of a back-to-back is not good for that team. Good for Denver backers, not good for that team. Sacramento started out okay, and then it just runs out of gas, especially if Denver puts the clamps on and decides to play defense because you're in big trouble. The number at 214 is low. It's down to 212.
Oh
right
my!
now.
It's tanking.
Yeah. So 2-point move, 212.5. Okay, 212.5. Some opening number listed at 217.
So for the numbers, the Miami Heat are 21-9 to the under on the road. They are 8-2 to the under over the last 10. The Nuggets are 17-11 to the under at home, and they are 6-4 to the under over their last 10. Went under last night, went under against Golden State last 2 games. But for the Miami Heat, dating back to the 29th of January, only 2 games have gone over for them in a month.
Oh.
So Miami's a dead under team. Nuggets are a dead under team at home.
Underplay. It's
Underplay, but how low? How low do you? How low do you really want to tempt fate here and get beat by 1 or 2 possessions and go over? It's why I thought 216 last night. I was like, oh gosh, that's like right where it's going to fall. And now it's down to 212 and a half.
Yeah.
Seems too low. I mean,
we've been talking about it. Jacob's doing an unbelievable job talking about it every night. He sums it up, puts it out, and then everybody.
What did it go last night?
What's that?
What did it go last night? Do you know?
Yeah, last night it went. Hold on.
Because there were a couple of overs last night.
Let me see. I have it.
There were 6 games, right, last night?
Matt Jacob. You can follow him at Matt R. Jacob. Well, the NBA undertrain didn't keep rolling Wednesday.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
But it didn't lose steam either. It was a 3-3 split.
Okay, right, yeah.
Since the NBA All-Star break ended, unders are 42, 14, and 1. That's 75%. And since Friday, 36, 8, and 1, under 81.8%.
That's nuts.
That's just a lot.
And I'm on another one tonight. So it's crashed.
Not this one, though.
No, but the game I've played has crashed. Just like this one crashing. My underplay is crashed as well.
Okay.
So we'll see.
I think you're going to see. I think you're going to see more steam move down now. Like it's in that mode where. So there's different ways, and different people will book games differently or move numbers differently, and that's the other thing that people have to understand about line movement. Just because it moves this way doesn't mean it's the right side, but it might be the reason why the book moved it, but it might not be. 217, you take a limit underplay. Other days in different stretches, it might go to 216, might go to 215 and a half.
Right.
If you're not worried about getting middle, you might go to 214 now. Or you might start at 214 and only move it by 1.5 to 2 points.
Like we talked about yesterday, right? The Nuggets game opened up at 228.5, was taken down, was put back up at 231.5.
Right.
Bet down 230, still kept on coming down. The game, I think, landed like 210. Yeah. Something like that. Something in that range. It was way under, dead under the whole second half. First half, after the one quarter, it was 228.5. At halftime, it was 228.5. Third quarter started, and the Nuggets just killed the Kings. Got a 30-point lead at one point, and they just were all over them. And the Kings just, called mercy and just said, forget it, and punted on the game.
Right.
Which could happen here tonight with the Miami Heat coming in to Denver. I still think the Nuggets are the best team in basketball. When I watch them offensively, defensively, when they play their A game, I don't know who beats them. Even Boston. I don't know who beats them.
Yeah. That total yesterday in that NBA game, I said it out loud. Butchie scolded me. He said, stop talking.
But it's the truth.
Tell people again, the truth is the truth.
Yes.
Whoever's listening, thank you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to ask 100 times because
keep going. Absolutely.
We're going to keep asking. We're going to keep trying to grow the show. Everybody keeps asking, how do I help you grow the show? Get more eyeballs on the show, boys. Any way you can. That's all we need right now.
Agreed.
Let's just keep showing up. Matt and I are going to keep doing the show. You guys keep showing up. The Brigade is growing.
Yeah.
We got
100%.
things happening, live shows, different things. Just get more eyeballs here. That's all we need right now, right here.
Eyeballs is what Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball team have on them at all times. 33 last night.
Ooh.
She passed the modern record for women's basketball, not the NCAA record. She passed that. So now she is only 18 points, 17 points from tying, 18 points from breaking LSU's Pistol Pete Maravich's record for the most points ever.
Yep.
She's going to do it in the next game against Ohio State. What do you make of Caitlin Clark, and what do you make of the NCAA tournament coming up? Because it feels like the public, they're going to bet Iowa to win it all. And the more people I talk to who actually watch women's basketball are saying Iowa should be a fade. They should not be a bet on in the tournament.
Books are going to take all the bets they can on Iowa to win it all. 100%. I'm talking to the maybe not the exact same people, but the same people as you. This happens all the time. And not all. Caitlin Clark only happens once in a lifetime. I mean, this is
Right.
great what she's doing.
Right.
But there's one team that used to be the team that was going to challenge UConn, and then UConn would always win. The top two teams in the women's baskets are so good and so deep. It ain't going to be able – I don't think it's possible that Iowa, as good as Caitlin Clark is going to win. They're going to have to beat both of those teams, right?
Well, what's interesting about it is that when you talk to people who really watch women's basketball, who are really, really invested in it, they're saying that there's multiple teams that are just better teams than Iowa. That they have that Caitlin Clark is the single best player in the country. Now, some would say Juju, and there's other conversations about other players, but there's, Iowa is tremendous, but there's always like this but.
Always.
Like South Carolina is better, Texas is better, Ohio State is better.
Yep.
Like there's teams, in the Big Ten, Ohio State's better. Like they're going to play Ohio State next game. Ticket prices, average get-in price is $408 for Iowa.
Where's
State.
the game?
I think it's at Iowa. Hold on.
Has to be. I mean, they're not paying that in Columbus. No way. That has to be a home game.
It's at Iowa. Yep. Yeah. On the 3rd of March. 14-3 Hawkeyes, 16-1 Buckeyes. $408 average ticket price to get in to watch a women's regular season college basketball game. It's incredible.
Kevin Whitrock just said in the chat, and this is why we do the show, for stuff like this, because I'll take this and probably use it, Whitrock. I appreciate it. I've watched every Iowa women's game this season. They're going to be a fade and attorney. Clark is amazing, but there are better teams. And there's guys that have daughters that play, like Football Guy 97. There's guys like Social Giant. Iowa women have no center presence, will run into trouble in attorney. Look at that beard on Social Giant. My goodness, did you see that beard?
It's phenomenal.
That's really fluffy. Lady Hokies are tough. Fish Killer 73. I mean, there's legitimate people that watch this and again, the other thing, one of the life lessons that I learned in the book, and always knew this growing up because of my parents and the way they raised me, was to never really judge a book by its cover. But in the book, you never judge anybody. A guy betting $10 because that's all he has, his opinion means something as much as the guy betting 20 dimes because he's a millionaire and doesn't care.
Right.
And everyone in between.
Right.
Guys would come in dressed like bums and pull out 50,000 on a game. Okay. And guys would come in, dressed to the nines, and they were the ones that,
$25
people would be looking at the bar to kind of take up to the room. They would have $6 in their pocket, so you never could judge anybody, but these opinions are valuable. This is valuable information. Just in the last 5 minutes alone on this, I'm looking to fade Iowa. I got to find a reason why not to.
Tyler, if you don't like Steph Curry, if you don't like Steph Curry, don't watch Iowa basketball. But that's what she is. I mean, she's Steph. Like the shots she takes and the shots it's not layups. She's taking logo threes and hitting them on the regular. Like her layups are 3-point shots.
Well, this is the argument that you hear from like basketball junkies, and Tyler's a basketball junkie. I mean, he watches college basketball religiously. Can't you like both?
Of course. The women's game is the more pure version of the game anyway. Like how the game was designed, women's basketball is how the game was designed. Men's took it and put it up and basically put it up above the rim. Like we created it as athletic men to go above the rim. Women's basketball still being below the rim is how the game was supposed to have been played. Picks, free throws, layups, mid-range, 3-point shot. Caitlin Clark is an absolute show. There's no debating it. Like she is incredible to watch.
I think it's different. A lot of people will make that argument that it is quote unquote boring basketball. It might be to some people. I don't know. I watched it because I had to, because in the book, when I was the NBA guy and partially the college basketball guy, nobody would even remotely touch the WNBA. I'm like, I got it. I'll do the numbers. Try to watch the games, keep an eye on it. It was low volume, so it wasn't that hard. But there were some entertaining basketball games being played. If you like the sport,
Yeah, look,
and you
Aces
have an
games.
open mind to appreciate it, that there ain't going to be no dunks.
Aces games are tremendous. Aces games are super fun. Like if you want to watch a WWE game, watch an Aces game. They're awesome. In here, the production really is fun. And I think it's awesome for any little girl, young woman who gets to look up to a Caitlin Clark and dreams about being the next. I want to be the next. She's motivating. She's inspiring an entire generation of young girls to do not just basketball, just athletics in general, just to be the best that they can be in whatever sport they want to go out and do, whether it be softball, soccer, basketball, volleyball, whatever it might be. It's neat. It's cool for my daughter. It's cool for my daughter. I watched, a half of Iowa basketball with her, and she was talking about Caitlin Clark and talking about how the game was being played. And she's never really cared much about basketball. This is a very last 2-week thing that she's suddenly looking at basketball, and that to show her Caitlin Clark has been really fun to go, look what this is. Look how many people are at this game. Look how many people care about this sport. So like when I was calling women's basketball for UMass and for Virginia, we averaged 2,000 fans a night. Like that was like a good night. It was like having 3,000 or 4,000.
Right.
There's lines down the block, people scalping tickets all over the place. You can't get a ticket to that Ohio State game.
How many how many seats would I sell?
Carver Hawkeye, I think is
6,000.
Whitrock, tell me how many. No, it's more than that. I think it's like a 12,000 seat venue. I think
they're going to sell that out.
They have. It's been sold out.
100 a ticket.
Carver Hawkeye's been sold out all year for women's basketball. They sold out the Big Ten tournament in Chicago. That's been sold out for now. That is, you can't get a ticket to that now. Not just the Iowa tournament, the Iowa teams, but like every team, every fan base wants to go. Ohio State fans wants to go.
It's a lot of pressure. But
she's handling it so gracefully.
She really is. But I mean, then when it goes to like the game, that has to weigh on them.
Thank you. 15,000. Thank you. It holds 15,000.
15,000.
Yeah, it's a big arena. Carver Hawkeye's big. It's not small. Man. So, and I mean, and they play where the men's play. So look, how about this? 19,000 at Ohio State for a women's.
Ohio State. Adam with 2 M's, 2555. Thank you for weighing in, sir.
Oh, it's Minnesota. Thank you. So is it at where the T-Wolves play? Is that where they're holding the Big Ten tournament?
Center? Is that the Target Center?
Target, I think it is Target Center. Yeah. So that's really funny. The men's go half. How about that?
Listen, how many tournaments did we go to here? Postseason tournaments. There was nobody at a lot of those games.
No, the men's at Carver Hawkeye, the men's basketball only has 7,000. They have 15,000 for women.
It's not as entertaining,
right? They don't win as much.
People like to go and see things they don't normally see, and see teams win. I mean, that's why you go to games.
400 minimum, like I said, $408 average price.
Thank you, Adam Pyatt. Wow,
$400 to get into a women's college basketball game. Crazy regular season. You're right. Not even like a playoff game, right? Regular season, incredible.
Damn, bro, that's. I mean, like it or not, that's impressive as hell.
You can't knock it. It's wild. It's very, very cool. You may want to put on your listening glasses for this one because I got a lot to say about this.
Oh boy.
So after getting the 12-team tournament applied for the college football playoffs.
Yes, sir.
The contract ends in 2025. So we could have a very brief period of time to have a 12-team tournament because starting in 2026.
That's 2 seasons.
It's 1. Well, it's 24-25.
2025 and then 2025 season to 2026, right?
Yeah, it's fair. Okay, yeah, it's just 2. So 2 years of it. So we're now going to go to 14. Going to 14 really isn't what I'm really going to get angry about because I don't like the number, but what I'm going to get angry about is the automatic bid that they're going to put out. Dave, they're going to give the SEC and the Big Ten 3 fucking automatic bids.
That's 3.
The Big 12, the Big 12 and the ACC, they'll get 2 automatic bids.
That's 2 is 8 and 2 is 10.
How are we going to determine who gets the bid? This is the NCAA tournament all over again. This is people Okay, this is how I perceive this. And if I'm wrong about this, I'll come back and I'll eat all the crow that you want on this. Okay, but after reading the story on this, with 3 at-large teams to be added into this, the automatic qualifying conversation, we're going to sit around and we're going to say, okay, the winner of the SEC is in, the runner-up is in, and then the team that didn't get in, they're going to get in as well.
That's 13.
You want to tell me who the fuck gets to determine this? What are we doing? This is people who have been in that room who are now afraid of getting completely neutered and cut out of this whole process. So they're going to put it back in. So to make that, Holiday Inn conference room that they're all in, let's make them relevant. We have to protect. This is protecting their jobs. They're being relevant because they don't like the idea of winning it on the field and getting in, which happens in FCS. The FCS, they don't have anybody in a Holiday Inn conference room arguing about who should be in and who should be out.
No.
But we need the controversy to keep it relevant and to keep these people to feel like they actually have a job worth talking about.
CYA.
It's embarrassing. It is
CYA.
absolutely embarrassing that we actually are going to allow, because they're doing this very quietly. They're doing this hey, we gave you the 12. Now we're going to get the 14. Yes. Okay, how are you going to get the 14? Well, we're a little concerned that the Big Ten and the SEC, they're getting a little bit angry because they feel like they might get cut out of the pool. So they want to guarantee that, half of the tournament every year is going to come from our 2 conferences. Otherwise, they're going to take their ball and they're going to go home. This was said by Rick Pitino after the win over the Creighton Blue Jays, and I really do agree with everything he said about realignment. He basically wanted to say it. We're fucking this up really bad.
Thank you.
We are really, really fucking this up.
The guy in the white suit said it.
Okay, we're messing up realignment. We're messing up the way we do the championship. We're messing up NIL. College sports. Please, will somebody please put a conference commissioner czar in place? Someone above all of this who can help to make a common sense decision for the best of the sport, because allowing this to go from people who are going to vote for their own self-interest is really stupid.
Yeah.
3 at-large bids is the dumbest idea I've heard in a really long time. This is going backwards. I thought we were progressing forwards. We're going to determine the thing on the field.
Yeah, right.
Not what somebody thinks in a conference room, because we're going to argue what? Who is the 3rd best team in the SEC?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We're going to argue this?
Yeah.
So if Alabama doesn't make the SEC championship, Alabama's in every year.
Every year.
Every year they're in.
Every year.
Just call it the Alabama Invitational, because if they're in the final, if they're in the championship game, they're in. If they win it, they're in. But if they don't win it and they don't make it to Atlanta, they're still in.
3rd best, they're in.
What? This is
Roll Tide.
With or without Saban, this is dumb. In the Big Ten, it's the same thing. No offense to you guys. This feels like the Penn State rule. This feels like this is the guaranteed Penn State to get in.
We need to find a way to let them in, because they can't beat Michigan. They can't beat Ohio State. But if we make them a 3rd,
they get in.
This
is the Penn
always
State
going to
rule.
be better than the West half.
Yep.
And that 1 year that Lightning in a Bottle catches on the West half, we'll let them in too, because they'll bring people.
So that's what we should be doing. That's how we're doing this. I mean, it's unbelievable to me to look at how we're not going to take the automatic qualifiers and say, look, win your conference, that's your automatic bid. Everybody else, let's have a conversation. It's to guarantee that the group of 5, they can't get many teams in. It's essentially building a wall around the tournament and saying, guys.
Oh, don't say building the wall. People come at us saying,
I don't care. That's what you're doing. You're going to create a situation where you cannot get in. You guys don't belong. I'm sorry. You don't. You can do all you want. You can look all cute. You can be undefeated and do whatever you want, but you're not getting in. We're not going to allow you to get in. We're going to have 14 spots. 6 go to the Big Ten and the SEC. 4 go here, and we'll have 1 group of 5 team automatic qualifier, and the other 3 will be at large. So we're going to put 4 or 5 teams a year from the SEC in this tournament.
That's what they're saying, but they're not saying it. But
4 to 5. Why do I need to watch the regular season then?
Oh, Now we're going to say that quiet part out
Because
loud.
now you've determined it basically to me. What is the point? I need your conference and division to mean something.
Right.
It has to have value. There has to be a benefit for me to win my division, to get to the championship game, to win the championship game and get an automatic bid. That's the benefit of playing on the field. If I know I can get into the championship without even have to try,
No.
what's the point? Just go ahead and roll it out there, and my brand name's going to get me in.
Now you're not having to not try, but the regular season, those games when Alabama plays LSU for blood, the loser knows they're probably ended up in the Blue Bonnet Bowl. For those of you that don't remember the Blue Bonnet Bowl, it was a great bowl. Look it up. Maybe Duke's Mayo Bowl would be the official one. The winner knew that their season would keep going on. It's a hard way to live, but guess what? The best teams usually end up at the end minus one or two discussions. Okay. It ain't must-watch television, Alabama, LSU, because they're probably going to get in. They can lose 2 games, and they're still in. Doesn't matter.
Oh, Linus is a great point. You go ahead and say the 2 teams that win the division, they're in, and we play for the 3rd spot. Have the 2 second-place teams, they play for the chance to get in. Because essentially, you got to determine. We're going to be arguing about all of this, and just like anything else, this is the rich guys, the Big 10 in the SEC, getting to dictate. Because as we've heard for the last month to 2 months, they're thinking about taking their ball and going home. And that's going to leave the peasants, the Big 12 and the ACC and the group of 5 people. They're the paupers. They're the beggars.
Yep.
Going like, please, sir, can I have another?
Right.
And you're begging them to stay. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. And they're like, give us what we want then. And this is entirely driven by the 2 big conferences that want to break away. But they're like, okay, fine. We won't break away, but we want half or almost half of the field to be guaranteed from us. What? This is not a tournament to determine the best team. This is about filling the coffers of the SEC and the Big 10.
Do fans? I mean, I was going to ask the question, but I already know the answer. I mean, they're going to watch anyway.
Yes.
The only way to get someone to actually, they're going to watch. We're going to watch the regular season of football because it's football. We're going to watch the last vestibule of meaningful watching live anything is sports, especially college sports, because it's constantly changing. The new rosters, the new team, but everybody has that tradition. You know, I'm going to watch the Penn State Ohio game because I'm invested in it from years ago. I'm going to watch the Penn State Michigan game because I'm invested in it. So, like, how am I going to? You can't. They're not going to kill that, but the importance of the games, it's going to make booking the games a nightmare. I mean, because you knew at least you were getting that. Like, I'm all in.
Yep.
I'm trying to. I mean, they're going to try to win every game, but if you're losing by 14, early 4th quarter, you turn the ball over. Listen,
Don't matter. Yeah,
sit it out. You know, we're gonna change things up.
So we'll watch it. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
It's going to really mess up the calendar too. The January is wow. You're going to be playing these games in the mid to late January.
Yeah.
Against the NFL and the NFL playoffs.
Good luck.
What are they going to do? Play games on Thursdays? No. I mean, the NFL playoffs are Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Sunday.
That's mid-December. NFL plays Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yep. And they're going to go right up against it. Yep. Now, there are some in the South, and I'll give them credit for this. They would say we don't care what the NFL does because we don't watch it. And it's true. They don't. They don't. Sundays are just days to go to church and do stuff around the house. They watch college. They're diehard college football fans. They watch Saturday, and they don't care about anything else. So there are some that don't care about going up against it. And some of the Big Ten, too. I mean, some places in the Midwest would be similar to that. You know, Iowa fans like Sundays, but they don't need it. They like Saturdays. Nebraska fans are the same. You know, Missouri fans at times, Kansas fans at times. So it just really depends upon where they are. But, you know, that's the problem. ESPN's going to pay big money for this because they want to they want to be football centric. That's what ESPN is going to become. Everything football. So they may lose the NBA. They may cut back on the NHL, but they want all college football and all NFL at all times. It's hard to argue with the business model. I mean, I get why they're doing it, but it is one of those things where you're like, okay, I pray that fails. I pray that somebody steps up and cooler heads prevail on that. And I pray someone raises their hand and says, what are we doing, guys? Say, whoa. Like, this is already all screwed up as is. The NAL's got people all messed up.
Already done. There's no changing it. They're going from 12 to 14, and then they're going to go to 16. We'll see how long they make the 14-year deal or 14-team deal for. A year, 2 years, because there's already a plan to go to 16. And then if there's not, there's the out for the two big conferences to say, F everybody.
Yep, we're
going to
out.
go do this ourselves. They're only going to watch us. It's fine.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is unbelievable.
At the expense of the kids in the schools. That's the best part. They don't care.
This broke earlier today.
Oh, my God.
So the Jets believe that Mecole Hardman, when he was on their team, Hardman was angry about his usage with the Jets, that he leaked the game plans to both the Eagles and the Chiefs. He gave them the game plan while he was a member of the New York Jets. Now, somebody asked me this question to ask you, Dave. Is this the type of information that the books would be made aware of, or this would be in the gambling circles that this leaked out? Who knew? The question is, who knew this happened? Someone had to have known.
Someone had to have known. I mean, they didn't email the book director and say, hey, the guy's disgruntled and he gave him the playbook, move the line. But
the Jets
somebody may have found out the Jets had a game plan. That's a good point. So what's the procedure here? What exactly happened?
He was mad at his usage on the Jets, and he gave friends on the other roster
that were playing the Jets.
They were playing the Jets, Chiefs and the Eagles. He gave them the game plan.
The Jets beat the Eagles.
Correct. And Zach Wilson had the best game of his career, basically, in that game.
Right.
He was awesome against the Chiefs, too. He was great against both. And he great against the Chiefs, and he beat the Eagles. So
maybe he gave him a fake game plan.
He gave him a fake game plan.
I don't believe any of this nonsense.
You don't believe it? Interesting. Okay.
Well, I mean, how would I know?
The Jets believe
think he leaked game plans before the trade to the Chiefs. New York suspects leaks occurred prior to Eagles and Chiefs games. The Jets beat the Eagles. So what could he have leaked?
I mean, it's just, I think it goes down.
I mean, if he leaked the game plans, that meant the Eagles knew the game plans. They should have won 42-10.
You would think, yes. You would think.
So now, I mean, looking back at it, what did
in hindsight, it's a good point. But just the fact that he did do it, should he be suspended for it?
If they can prove that he did it, you can't be giving the game plans to your friends on the other team saying,
why not?
Here, watch.
Why not?
This is what we're doing.
Well, you'll be cut. You won't be given a job again. This is the guy who caught the game-winning touchdown for the Chiefs, by the way, in the Super Bowl. But what do you make of like the league's role in this? Does the league need to get involved if he did do this?
Hardman got cut by the Jets and ended up on the Chiefs and is getting a ring.
Correct.
And now this story comes out?
Yes.
Boy, they better be ironclad.
Well, it's the New York media. Who the hell knows? I mean, they're the ones reporting it. SNY is the one reporting it. But somebody inside the Jets,
I'm not disparaging the
right. But someone inside the Jets is telling SNY, we believe this happened.
Just because it's in the media doesn't mean it's true either.
True, fair.
We know that just from life in general.
But you could technically, couldn't you see it? Couldn't you see it that he did this? I mean, he was pretty mad. This is right. He bashed the Jets on the way out, and it could be a hit piece on the way getting back at him.
Right. I mean, that's what I mean. It's just like these hit pieces are just, I mean, I don't know him at all. Actually, is he the guy I took a picture with at the Super Bowl?
Mecole Hardman?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think I took a picture with him.
Maybe.
I gotta go back through my phone.
Maybe you did.
Me and him got a picture in LA.
Yeah. Sauce
He was
Gardner
nice.
and Sauce Gardner also, CBW is putting it. Sauce Gardner of the Jets also went public on social media accusing him of it. It wasn't just
Really?
people. It was Sauce Gardner who said it happened.
Sauce Gardner already deleted his post that accused Hardman.
Yeah, but somebody, I mean, that's just social media saying, hey, take that down. Like, don't do that. You know, but he was the one that came out and said that. And that's not the only big controversy in the NFL going on today, because yesterday, Michael Lombardi on a podcast decided to go after the new head coach of the Raiders, saying, quote, on Antonio Pierce, he thinks he knows the Raider way because he's from Compton. It's a joke. This guy is driving me crazy. Can he just shut up? Why won't somebody in the Raiders tell him to shut up? I don't know what to make of this. This is Michael Lombardi Jr. got fired from the Raiders, by the way, just FYI. He was on the coaching staff. He got fired, not by Antonio Pierce, but his son was on the Raiders staff with Gruden.
Wow. Jeez. That sounded like that was personal.
In a way.
Yeah, that sounded personal.
I don't get the line. He thinks he knows the Raider way because he's from Compton. What does Compton have to do with the Raiders? Because the Raiders were born in Oakland.
Yeah, but the Raiders were adopted as the team by a lot of people in LA.
When they went to the LA Raiders, I get that.
Yeah. NWA used to wear Raider stuff.
I know.
Ray used to wear Raider stuff.
They still do.
Guys were all, I don't know. That seemed way personal. Listen, you could say the same thing about people think they know betting because they're on betting networks.
Fair.
Right?
Fair. Yeah. Fair.
Like I'm just saying, I ain't talking about anybody particular, but just because you have a show on a betting network doesn't mean you know betting. Fair?
Fair. 100%.
I mean, wherever you're from.
But it's like saying because he's bringing this hard-nosed culture that he's angry that Pierce is talking about the fact that the team has to do things differently. That he's saying a lot about what happened previously. He's talking disparagingly a lot about what went on before him. It's a very similar situation as to what's going on with Gerard Mayo right now, to the point where he had to come out yesterday and say, when I'm talking about what I want to do, I'm not saying it negatively about Bill. Like, just because what I say, this is what I'm doing, doesn't mean I'm saying that Bill did it wrong. Stop making that equation that if I say I'm doing this and Bill didn't do it, that means my opinion is that Bill did it wrong. So same thing with Antonio Pierce. He's saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Me saying this doesn't mean I'm disparaging the previous coaching staff, which is Michael Lombardi Jr. was part of the previous coaching staff. He's just saying, this is what I'm going to do. I don't know. I think Antonio Pierce, I'm giving the guy as much of a chance as anybody. Like, at least he wants to be here, which is more than the last guy.
Right.
He actually wants to coach the Raiders. McDaniels did not.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there can be different ways to get this done. And when's the last time? Well, the Raiders made the playoffs a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's been a while. Like, this guy's got to come in and change a lot of stuff. And if a guy's going to hold true to who he is and do it his way, at least if it doesn't work, you can never look back and go,
I wish
I should have done it my way. This guy told me to do it this way, and I believed him, and I listened, and it didn't work. If I do it my way and F it up, okay. I'm still, but if I do it my way and it works, just somebody go like this. Listen, back them up. I think the media is so quick to make somebody who's being a little bit different or trying to change a culture. I mean, look at what's going on with us.
It's just not appropriate. Look at Michael Lombardi knows more about football in his left hand than I ever will. Okay. He's drafted teams. He's built championship teams. He's been around incredible coaches. He's been around the best coach of all time in Bill Belichick. Okay. Worked with him multiple years. My problem with it is that, like, it's not really your place to say something like that. Like, you can disagree with a coach, but to say someone should go tell Antonio Pierce to shut up, like, that's a grown man. Like, we live in the same, I mean, he's in this city. He didn't live here, but he's in this city a lot. Like, you see Antonio Pierce around, like you're gonna like. If I'm Antonio Pierce, I'm looking for Michael Lombardi. Like come and say it to my face.
See, that's the best part.
Say it to my face. Like, come here. Say that
He'll
to my
never
face.
say it to his face.
God, no. He's like 5'7". Antonio Pierce is a former linebacker in the NFL. Like, you never say it to his face.
But shouldn't you, as a member of the media, always keep that in mind when you say stuff?
I do 100%.
I think about just look at your arm with that microphone.
Right.
I never get a tattoo, but if I did, I would get the same thing. It's such a good reminder every day.
Look down and go, think about before you get on a mic, think what you're going to say, because you're going to cut yourself, which is what Lombardi did here. I mean, absolutely. It's the representation of that.
Yeah.
It's you have decided to put yourself into a position where you open the mic and you said something that only hurt you.
Right.
It didn't hurt Antonio Pierce. It only hurt you because everyone's going, one, that sounds a little racist. Two, who are you to tell him to shut up? He's the head coach of a football team in the NFL. There's 32 jobs. You don't have one. You're not in the league anymore. He hasn't really coached a full season yet. What are we telling him to shut up about exactly? Like,
the guy has the room already.
Boy, does he ever? That's why I got the job.
He's got the room.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that believe what he says in that room. They're going to get a quarterback. They're going to challenge in different places. I don't want to say they're going to challenge for the division yet because I think it's a lot up in the air. But
yeah,
they were way more competitive when he was coaching than when they didn't have him coaching.
They played hard
to the end.
They wanted to play for the guy. They wanted to play hard for him. And Max Crosby basically said, "You fire him, you trade me. I don't want to be here. If he's not here, I'm not here." That's your leader. That's the face of your franchise. That's the guy in every billboard around town. He's your guy. And he's in the corner of the coach saying, that's our guy. We're going to war with him.
Right.
I don't care about recreating the old Raider way, the new Raider way, or whatever it might be. He'll figure it out. But I'm not ready to tell anybody who's a coach in the NFL to shut up. I'm until we have enough evidence to really, say whether or not Antonio Pierce can coach. I don't know. The jury's still out, but I'm willing to give the guy a shot.
These coaches have such a hard deal. I did it on a microcosm level, very small with the kids. You should tell them you can buy in to what we're doing and see if it works. If you don't want to buy in, you're going to have to go somewhere else. He's saying it this way because this is how he's getting guys to buy in. It's not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Can't tell a guy to shut up. I don't think so. But again, this is a silly season of media time right now. You're trying to get eyeballs and clicks, and you can say whatever you want. I hope you don't have to go in there and ask post-game questions ever. Or God forbid they make the Super Bowl and you want to go try to get sound. Weren't you the guy that told me to shut up? I'm just asking. It'd be great. See Antonio Pierce get to the AFC Championship and have a press conference. And,
you said it right, though. It sounded personal.
Sounded personal to me.
Yeah. Didn't sound like a personal comment. So we normally put these types of topics, in bonus time, but I thought it might be fun to bring this up here.
Yep.
Apple and DraftKings have created a partnership that might change a lot as to what we do with mobile betting.
Yeah.
And as of right now, the Apple Sports app is not directly tied to DraftKings.
Nope.
But it could be. And they 100% hinted at the fact that it could be.
Yep.
9 out of every 10 cell phones in America is an iPhone.
Yep.
90% of podcasts are listened to on Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
If Apple and DraftKings come together, what happens in your mind?
With the business?
Yes.
It's just like every app that's already pre-installed on a iPhone that you get, right? You have a massive head start in gaining customers, gaining somebody to use your app, all of the above.
Somebody said to me that one day when you buy an iPhone, that your iPhone could come to you pre-populated with a DraftKings account if you're over 21.
Why in the hell would you do that?
Because it would make it on your app. All you would do is opt into it. It would be pre-populated, and you'd have the Apple Sports app and say, do you want to turn on your Apple Sports betting? You're over 21. Do you want to go ahead and turn on the gambling feature of your phone when you sign up for the phone? And the guy at the Apple store or the AT&T store or whatever, he just clicks a button and that turns on. You would then be tied to your bank account and you'd be able to gamble right out of the box on your iPhone.
I just can't. Their AOWN, he said what I was thinking. I can't imagine lawmakers would allow that.
Why would they? How would they stop that? Why would they allow that?
Yeah, why would they? I don't think they would.
I mean, it's legal. It's a 21 plus activity. You're opting in at the store. They would ask you, "Hey, do you want me to turn on the gambling feature of your phone?" Yeah. You can say no. You can say no. Do you want to tie your bank account to it? You're signing up for auto pay anyway. Do you want to link your account to your DraftKings account? Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
It's a hell of an affiliate. That's a hell of an affiliate. I mean, that's what that is. That's an affiliate deal.
Right.
You get a piece of that every time. You can say you have this number of users. You can make that up too. Every Apple phone.
You got to remember something. DraftKings just bought an app that lets you bet the lottery on your phone. Yeah. It's in multiple states right now. It's going to be across the entire country soon.
No, it's not just for the sports gambling. This is the Trojan horse again.
Yeah, this is for everything. This is for iCasino
in the DraftKings casino.
I said gambling. I didn't say sports gambling. Yeah. I said turn on the gambling feature on your phone.
Right. Yeah, so you can play craps, slots, just like you play Candy Crush, you'll play for real money games. And yeah, that's a terrible idea. It's not. I mean, it's a great idea for DraftKings and Apple if they can get somebody to make that next step. But I wouldn't do it. I mean, it's just another way for them to track the phone, which again, everything's tracking everything anyway. But there it goes. Which is right. But the Goombas got thrown in the clinker for the numbers.
Yep.
It's fair.
But CBW, it's not good to lose your iPhone now. I've got 3 credit cards tied to my iPhone right now.
Yeah, that's insane.
I got 3 cards on it. Like
you see me walk around. Everything I got is in that rubber band. It ain't in that phone.
Yep. So if
I could lose the phone, the phone is fine. But if somebody takes me out, takes that rubber band, they can create a whole new life for themselves.
Correct. But for me, I press one button and it all gets shut off.
Yeah, I got to make sense.
I just turn it off. I just turn it off. For me, if I lose my phone, it's one click. It's one thing. All of it's off. Shut it all off. We're done. So that's the benefit of it.
Right.
But I get it. I have always said this. I am totally comfortable with Big Brother tracking me as much as they want, as long as they tell me they're doing it. And I know that when
they don't tell you.
Well, no, they know. I know what they're doing when I put my phone into my phone and I make Apple Pay charges. I know what they're doing. They're tracking me. They know what I'm buying. They know where I'm buying it. I get all that. It's fine. I'm okay with all that. It's the convenience of it that I'm willing to go ahead. I just don't like it when there's an app that secretly runs behind the scenes that's tracking where I'm going that has nothing to do with what I got the app for. That's what pisses me off.
Right.
That's what I don't like. That makes me very, very angry if I have an app for hiking and that hiking app is tracking where I'm going for lunch. That pisses me off. That is like, no. I'm not good. Good question, Dave Daily Pick. Would FanDuel then do a deal with Google and ESPN or Samsung? Potentially. That's potential. Yeah. I mean, I think I could see FanDuel doing something similarly. Say, all right, we'll take the rest of the market if Apple's got one piece. Don't?
Because this might be a failure.
Oh, I don't think it's a failure in the iCasino world. I don't think it's all about ease of convenience.
Well, it is until it becomes a problem.
What's the problem? Problem gambling? Yeah. Well, I don't think they really care about problem gambling at the moment. Well, that's just, underage stuff has been going on. There's underage cannabis, underage alcohol. There's going to be underage stuff. It's just up to police it. Like you can't stop that.
The casinos aren't policing it.
No, the police, the people who enforce the laws. Like they got to, I mean, that's their problem. That's why we have law enforcement. You know, we pass a law, you violate the law, you go to court, you get punished by the court for doing something illegal. So like that's going to happen. I mean, look, it's going to be the equivalent of taking your mom and dad's car out when you were 15, right? You take their phone, you just go start betting on iCasino or whatever you're going to go into.
Right.
Not going to be good, but it happens. I mean, we took my friend's car out when we were 15. We used to drive it all the time. So mom would leave the car, leave the keys. We'd take the car out and go to the store, drive around.
Kids, don't listen to this part of the show.
We
People did stuff. Oh, yeah.
It was awesome. It was easy. I was in the car. I never drove the car, but he drove. My friend Kurt, his mom would go just to work and leave the keys to her Volvo, and we'd get in the car and we'd drive 2 miles down the road to the convenience store and buy all the stuff we need to buy. We'd go back to the house, we'd get high and play baseball.
Oh,
That's what we do.
Kids,
that's what we used to do.
Fast, hit the 5 second, 10-second advance thing. Go back and hit it 15 seconds.
It was awesome. It was fun. We drive sober, and then we go play. We play a whole season of Ken Griffey Jr. baseball. You know, we have it all lined out.
This was high school.
Oh yeah, this is freshman, sophomore year of high school.
My mother would have killed me. My mother would have killed me.
My mother didn't know. My mom had no idea.
This is my mother knew everything.
Yeah, she had no idea. My mom had no idea what I was doing.
Knew everything.
It was fun.
Still does every once in a while, but I hear her in my head, so I worry about it sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. If my daughter ever stole my phone and placed bets at 15, she wouldn't sit down for a week. I'd be furious.
Oh,
like that would be.
See, like this is the thing. Like, I mean, having the kids is unbelievable, but I mean, I had younger brothers and sisters, and I always had to tell them when they thought they knew something. Like, you didn't just slow down, you know. People are going to learn the hard way if it's too easy. This is, and again, other vices, same situation.
Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, we don't go and hand them the 12-pack and say,
correct,
drink it all until you puke.
Correct.
You know, because that's what you're going to do. It's fun. The first couple, you're starting to have fun.
No, I mean, again,
a couple more, you're starting to dance.
Every phone, like my daughter's iPad is registered to her. Like the iPad knows that it's owned by a 9-year-old.
Right.
The phone will know that it's owned by an 18-year-old. The phone will know you're not supposed to be on, you know, you can shut it off. You can just make it, and you can disengage it so you can't actually gamble on that phone. So there's just different ways you can put different, it's actually easier to police it this way just because.
Or the individual or the parent.
Yeah. Or for the book for that matter.
What are you talking about?
Because the book's going to be tied.
Login and a password. If that login and password goes in, it doesn't matter.
But AT&T knows who the phone is registered to.
Yeah, but that don't matter.
Well, unless you get a.
I just watched a sports betting series on ESPN, and they talked to that guy who played for the Colts.
Okay, right.
He just said on this piece, you know, he was on the field warming up, and somebody was using his account betting. And
right,
he's like, yeah, he goes,
but they weren't underage doing
password.
It. But it wasn't underage doing it. It was just somebody else.
Doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. It's someone else. Now you get fraud. Somebody gets your account and password, cleans your account out.
Fair.
All this other stuff. I mean, at least if they're going to clean my account out, this right now, it's going to have to find a couple different ways. Everything, you know, I got to trust DraftKings to keep my information safe.
Well, okay. Well, that's, yeah. I mean, yeah, we've seen breaches. We've already seen those problems. Right. Right. But those are going to be problems regardless of this passing or not. Regardless if Apple gets in bed with DraftKings, DraftKings is going to have problems protecting data. Everyone is. Every book is getting way more information than anybody really thought they were going to get from the public. Like they are keeping bank accounts and social security numbers and license numbers. Like they've got a lot of pertinent information for a lot of people. And how do they protect that without that getting out to the general public, or a hacking group comes in and takes it? Yeah, that's a big problem. 100% but we don't have an answer to that. So regardless of the Apple thing, you know, cybersecurity is a huge concern. Huge concern.
It's a bigger concern than them making a deal.
Oh, I agree with that. Sure. Right. But that's going to, regardless of the deal or not, that's going to be a concern. It's going to be there. So we'll watch that. Okay, let's get to tonight. Everyone likes Charlotte tonight, catching 12 at home against Milwaukee.
Do they? They just lost by like 100.
Uh-huh.
I think it was about 100 they lost by.
It wasn't 100, but they lost by
How many
30,
did they lose their last game by?
38
It was minus 50 at one point.
on the road. 2-game win streak, and they've won. The Bucks have won 7 of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 6 of 8.
Yeah. Do you want to even partake in this game?
Nope, but it's a home dog of 12 points, and that's catnip for some people.
Yeah, not for me. That's
terrible. What do you make of the Knicks at home getting points?
They're a shell of themselves. They're all hurt.
Yeah,
it's right Golden State or nothing. Let me click refresh on this.
Now it's 4.5 now.
So,
are they?
Yeah, 3. I hope you got that in better book because that's
no.
That's a leg.
I don't told you I'm not betting sides in the NBA, and I'm not betting road favorites on the NBA on top of that. So no way on that
until tomorrow when you need to find a play because there's not enough games.
Hockey, thank God. Lakers, Washington tonight. Fade the Lakers after last night.
Oh, there's no way I'm laying 9.5. But again, I talked about it. What, 2 weeks ago? I said bet against the Lakers every game.
Right. Last night was. I like the Clippers. I didn't bet it. I like the Clippers last night. They blew it.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Bad.
Wizards are so bad, man.
They are.
I don't know. Pre-game, yeah, Wizards. That's Wizards. I don't want Lakers.
Hockey game tonight. Our Vegas Golden Knights against my Boston Bruins.
Yeah, I was gonna come in the Vegas Golden Knights stuff today, but it's kind of a mixed bag for both of us because you're a Boston fan. I live in Vegas, but I mean
Vegas is my second team. I mean, yeah. I want the Bruins to win tonight. So if I'm picking a team, I want Boston to win tonight. I think Boston might spank them.
You do?
Yeah. I like the over. I think the Bruins might kill them.
Do you see how good of a game
they play against Toronto?
God, they played a
that's why
game.
Mm-hmm.
They played such a good game. That game,
they scored 6 goals.
But they played so good defensively.
Right, 6-2.
Always looking at that because that's more like playoff hockey, right? I don't care how many goals you score. I need to know how many goals you give up or how you prevent second chances and shots and how physical you are. That was the best game they played in a month.
Oh, but there's no debate.
In a month.
Because they got crushed at home against Toronto 7-3, and then they flipped right around, went to Toronto, won the game 6-2. So yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they played so good. So I paused with this and thought, this gotta be under.
Oh no, I disagree.
You think this is an over?
This isn't over. Bruins and the Golden Knights are scoring and not stopping anybody. Bruins defense is a mess. I mean, Bruins, they are not playing anywhere near what they should be playing hockey-wise. Golden Knights have been an over machine. They're playing, 4-3 and 5-2 and 6-2 games left and right, both winning and losing.
Oh, thanks, Otto. That's right. They're going for 7 straight draws in regulation.
7 straight. 6 straight draws. It's plus 320 if you want to bet it. It's not a bad idea. Just chuck it out there at plus 320.
2-2 or 3-3 you go to overtime. I think the Knights are live, boys and girls. I do make a poll right now. We haven't had them vote in a poll. Who do you got tonight? Boston would be fair money line right now is minus 155. But 155. Boston minus 155 or Vegas plus 135, I guess. 20 cents. Who would you pick? I don't know.
Bruins.
I think I would pick the Knights. I'm picking the Knights.
I like Boston tonight on this. Yes, Alan, the Bostonian wants Boston. True, but I'm looking at this the way the Golden Knights have been playing at home. First game for the Bruins back off that road trip that they didn't. They went 1-0-3 on. A lot of people are nervous the way the Bruins are playing. Got home cooking tonight. Bruins offense scores a bunch tonight. Over 5.5 is my favorite play in the game, though. Puck line question for you. So I got up this morning and I did Alan Bell's show called Driving the Line, which was a lot of fun. I appreciate those guys having me.
Yeah, we got to have Alan and Coach
Yeah.
on our show at some point.
We'll have them come on here. I know there's some nice symmetry going on between our two programs.
Yep.
One of the guys on there all over the puck line for the Panthers tonight at minus 125.
Really?
I was like, not a bad bet. Florida at home, Montreal on the road, not a very good team. 340. Total 6, though. I'm worried about the puck
Everybody
line.
beats Arizona, but I watched a little of that Montreal game against Arizona. They played really good, too. Florida might be the best team in hockey right now.
Yeah.
They might be the best team in hockey. Puck line?
Yeah.
What's the regulation price? Much prefer that. I like that if I got to decide between the two. Because the puck line's a loser if it goes to overtime.
Correct. Yeah. Let's see. The puck line for Panthers and the Canadians, that price is minus 190
for regulation.
Yep. Sorry, not puck line. Yeah, regulation bet. Sorry, excuse me.
As opposed to
minus 340.
Yeah, but the puck line is
minus 125.
Current line minus 125 or 130.
130, yeah.
I hate laying a puck line. I just
with a 6 worries me. The puck line with 6 worries me. That's
I'd much rather have it be higher, right? 6.5 or 7 to be the total when you can lay the puck line. I mean, it's like laying a run line in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But the total is higher in baseball, 7.5, 8,
right?
Stuff like that. So tough game. I'm not excited about either. Florida's winning, but they might win by 1.
Yeah, tough call. I don't know. With the 6 keeps me off the puck line. So 190 is 190 though. That's parlay, maybe throw it in there.
So far in this Boston and Vegas game for the hockey pucks, guys, this is really close vote. Keep voting. That's good.
Yeah, I agree. Laying puckness juice. I agree. It's tough to do.
It's tough. It's really tough. I've seen it. I mean, it's very.
Is that true? 3 goals in 10 games? Or hasn't allowed 3 goals in 10 games? Okay, right. So, yeah, defensively they're playing really well.
Really well. Team
total under Montreal under 2.5 might be a good.
Nice, Mogan. Nice, yeah. Joe Mogan.
Yeah, that might be.
I like that.
Be a good play.
I like that.
So we mentioned the 7 straight for the Bruins going to a draw. 19 straight is on the line here tonight for second period overs for the Dallas Stars. Winnipeg is 4-1 to a second period over on the road over the last 5 games. Okay. So this is, even though you might go like, wait, Winnipeg? I don't know. It's expensive. It was 166 last night on DraftKings. I'd bet it. I'm doing the boys a solid though. I told them I'm betting the under at plus 130. So I don't mush their run because I am ice cold. So I'm not going to get involved. So I'll bet
you are Mr. Freeze right now.
I can't stop going 1 and 2 I've gone 1 and 2 for 4 straight days. So
I mean, when we get to bet it or book it, which we do at the end of every show, if you guys are new to the show, stay tuned for the bet it or book it portion where Matt says a play and I say bet it, like it, book it, don't. I tried my best to do the B squared play for Butler yesterday, and I completely mushed the whole thing. We tried everything we could to get you out of the streak. So now take away the mystery. Whatever you say today during bet it or book it, I'm just saying book it, no matter what. Just book it. We'll turn your streak around that way, whatever we have to do.
Right.
Yeah. But, this is winning, right? Eventually, this is going to lose.
Over 1.5, by the way. The 2 most BetMGM is just saying, fuck it, we're going to 2, and we're not going to let you even do it. So,
wait, they didn't even make 1.5 an option?
No. They just said 2. Said, sorry, go somewhere else. Like, they don't even want you to bet the second period at BetMGM. So,
you guys are watching the show right now. Put your second period line and price. You have to put the line because obviously it's not just assuming it's 1.5. So put 1.5 with the price or 2.
If this one wins, I win because I'm betting the under. I'm not betting the over. I'm betting the under. I'm not betting this. I'm betting against it to let you guys bet it.
Matt's putting a kibosh on the under.
I'm betting the under. I'm the cold ones. I'm betting the under. So that's me. So I'm letting you guys go ahead. You can cash. I took the plus 130 last night on it. So Just so the numbers tell you 18 straight for Dallas, 4-1 over the last 5 on the road for the Jets to a second period over 1.5 goals.
Right.
So like the numbers say bet the over, bet the streak. So I'm going against it. So I can't
In
mush
Italian,
it
it's
the
called
way.
the Maloik.
I can't go the other way. I can't Maloik a bet that's I'm betting against it.
Right.
Doesn't work
And
that
in
way.
in the Greek guys, they used to say you don't put the eye on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't put the eye on me.
It's 175 where Addison's looking.
Where Addison's at 1.5 minus 175.
Yeah.
Okay.
Offshore is 160.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
160 on it. So we'll see. I mean, again, I think the way that auto does it is the best. If you can go a couple of minutes into the second period and you can bet the second period over live, the price is much better.
Well, because the period is so a finite amount of, I mean, they take that bet down with 5 minutes to go. So there's really only 15 minutes of game time to bet that. You get 2 minutes, the first 2 shifts of no goal, that goes to minus 130.
Yeah.
And if you go another minute or 2, you might get even money or just minus 0.5 or something. So
Right.
you can run that gamble. That's quite the sweat. Just be ready to jump in and do it. I'll have to actually do that today. 5:07. That's perfect. We start on Sports Grid at 5 o'clock. That's perfect. I'll be watching that. We'll get Ranieri to talk about that and Cam.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like that betting in game a lot.
Wow, Konowinski has Fanatics is minus 160 in Indiana.
Yep.
Okay.
And bet Rivers over 2. Go away. Bye-bye. We don't want you to bet it here. Go play somewhere else. That's
Over 2's plus 112.
Correct, but that means go somewhere else. We're not giving you the win. We'll give you a push.
Plus 112.
Yeah, 3 goals in the third period is a lot for a
In
Jet
second
game.
period. No, it's not. That's
For
really
a Jet
not right.
game, for a Jet's a lot. It's a lot. 3 goals for a Jet game
for
is a
the
lot.
Jets, yes.
For the Jets, that's a lot.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
3 goals in 1 period for a
Do we
Winnipeg
have
Jets game.
confirmation of the goalies? Is it Hellebuck and
Doesn't
Audit?
matter. It doesn't matter. For this trend, it doesn't matter.
Could be a good goalie matchup. Wow.
It doesn't matter for Dallas. It doesn't matter for the opponent. It doesn't matter. Like it's 18 straight. It don't matter who's in net. Like it doesn't matter. Colorado's laying 310 at Chicago.
Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Would you subscribe?
What in the hell is this line going to be when it go to play them at home?
I don't know. It's now.
Oh wow,
it's down
268.
to,
It's circling.
down to 270 at DraftKings.
Yeah,
Come down.
260, 270 at DraftKings.
So they took it just because it was the price.
So they got the dog money they wanted.
Yeah, but at 6, like this is where would you take a Colorado and Florida money line parlay?
Colorado and Florida. Chalk parlay got there yesterday. I did it on cash considerations. I said that chalk. This might be a chalk. But at price you ain't even getting, you're laying. Yesterday
130.
was 250 and 270.
Oh, it's 130. You're laying juice.
Laying 130?
Yeah, for this chalk parlay.
Chalk. Jeez. Oh man. I mean, Florida could that one I'm worried about. Colorado's not losing to Chicago.
You don't think? I mean, I wouldn't think. I don't think Florida's losing to Montreal either, though. So, I mean, I like it. I think you can bet it, but
use 1 in regulation.
Oh, okay. It is Otter versus Hellebuck, by the way, for the Dallas.
Wow, we got a hockey game tonight.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But Otter gives it. I mean, Ottinger's been okay, and
No, I
Hellebuck's.
know, but like this is going to be a good hockey game.
Yes.
The games are getting so good, boys. If you're not watching hockey, I can't sell you on the sport. But if you're going to entertain, even betting, you don't even have to bet. Just watch the games. So when we ramp up to the best time of the year, playoff hockey, you're already dialed in. This is great because there's a lot of caca basketball games tonight.
Awful. There's only 2 ranked teams playing. It's awful college basketball slate. The Kings are at Vancouver.
Oh, Marone. Why did you pick this game? This is aggravation. This
Why?
is nothing but aggravation.
Why? It's a coin flip
These
game.
are 2 bet against teams right now.
It's a coin flip game.
Minus 145 is a coin flip?
It's down to 1. It's down to 1. Oh, it's up to 148 now. It's up.
Yeah. Would you believe we are dead 50-50 with almost 50 votes on that pool?
Yeah,
for
makes
Boston and
sense.
Vegas tonight.
Yep. It's a
That
coin
is
flip game.
an even game. Do you think this is a coin flip?
This game?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I would take the dog. I would take the Kings. Just based on price.
Yeah, Is this an under?
Could be. I mean, it's juiced to the over, but I tend to bet over on 6 just because it's a push. But
Right.
it's just 3-2 finals are so rare to happen.
The Kings are an enigma. Just when you think they're done,
Right.
toast, whatever, they'll go and win this game tonight on the road.
Roller coaster.
And Vancouver had that game against the Penguins 2 nights ago. They had that game won, and then they did not, and they lost it in overtime. I would think the follow-up to that is that Vancouver wins tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. 145 don't even. I mean, this is like a 120.
Yeah, it's nuts, right? It's
Yeah.
like, wait, what? Really? It's too expensive. I agree. I Kings on the price. You're right. College basketball, not that great. St. Mary's laying 15.5 at Pepperdine. Total is 138. 8-6 Pepperdine at home. 6-6 St. Mary's on the road, but they are 4-1 ATS over the last 5, 7-3 ATS over the last 10, 4-6 for Pepperdine. You want to lay this type of number here?
You want Pepperdine?
No.
Can't do it, man.
They lost to San Fran by 24, but if you look at the numbers for St. Mary's, they won by 26 over San Diego, 4 by San Francisco, 44 over Pepperdine at home when they played last week, 25 over Portland, 41 over Pacific. St. Mary's is killing people right now.
Killing people.
Killing them.
It's like a college team playing a high school team. No, it ain't enough. I did it last night. We're talking about it, Arizona State and Arizona.
Right? Jeez,
It ain't enough.
Boy,
It ain't enough.
collapse.
Can't
They
do
had it. They're down 5 the whole second half. Collapsed in the final 4 minutes. Complete and total throw-up job.
Which is, I mean, if Pepperdine can do that with this, like that's what's going to happen there too, right?
Probably. Yeah, they
I
keep
mean,
it close.
15.5 is just a,
Yeah, it's a big
slide
number.
it to the right. We don't need that.
Everyone's on Gonzaga tonight. This
Yeah,
has
right.
been, I've been DM'd like 5 people, and I love everybody. They're like, Matt, you're cold. Bet Gonzaga tonight. It's only 3.5. I'm like, boys, I'm telling you, there's a reason why I didn't bet this game. This is a scary game. Everyone's just completely overlooking San Francisco. This is laying points on the road for a team that's 8-6 at home ATS and a team that's covered 3 straight games.
Who's that?
What? San
Who's
Fran.
that?
San Francisco.
Yeah. Okay.
Be careful with Gonzaga. Be
I like
careful.
San Fran.
A lot of people are on Gonzaga tonight.
I already said this to Jack. This was on the list. So is the St. Mary's game because they're late for us out in the West Coast. You East Coast guys that run on West Coast schedule for sports. I think this is a game you have to pay attention to because for the first time in a long time, Gonzaga's showing up in Vegas for the West Coast Conference Tournament, not the favorite.
Yep. St. Mary's is big time. Yeah.
It's a big game for them.
I think the over is the better play.
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah. So San Fran at home is 10-4 to the over at home.
Okay.
They're 10-4 in conference to the over.
Okay.
Gonzaga is 5-8, but they're 4-1 to the over the last 5 games. I like over in this game. Pace of play, scoring. I think over 153 is a good play on this. To follow the trends. And there is a Big Ten game that's halfway decent, and that's Nebraska at Ohio State tonight. Nebraska is awful on the road. But a short number against an Ohio State team that's not that good. 5-9-1 at home, ATS, Ohio State.
But all those things are thrown out since they fired the coach. They've been so much better the last couple games with the new coach.
4-1 ATS, Ohio State, since firing their coach.
This has just like I looked at this. I put this on the list too for Jack so we can watch it in game.
Mm-hmm.
We have to watch this in game. I don't know what we're getting at all pregame.
Yeah, Nebraska is 3-7 this year away from home. Ohio State's 11-4 straight up at home. I mean, Nebraska's won 4 games in a row. They beat Indiana for their first win on the road so far this year in the Big Ten. They're 1-7 now on the road.
Oh my!
So it's hard to back Nebraska. It's hard. It's hard to take the Huskers. It is. So
I got one for you.
Go. You want to save it for better book it?
Yeah, we can save it for a better book. And it's a college basketball game.
That's right.
Off the radar for a lot of people, but it's a Thursday night.
Wait till I give you my off the radar play. Wait till hold on a second. All right, give me yours. I'll give you mine.
Sounds like a game you played. I heard played back in the day. Show me yours. I'll show you what he. Sorry,
I said give me yours, not show me yours.
That's fine. That's fine. All right. Okay. Texas Rio Grande Valley.
Okay.
Against Grand Canyon.
Oh, what's the number?
What do you think it is? Grand Canyon at home.
6.5.
Texas Rio Grande Valley. The total I'll give you is 152.
6.5.
A little more than that.
Well, Grand Canyon's coming off the loss on the road in their last game, so it's a massive bounce back spot for Grand Canyon.
It is, right?
So I would definitely lean towards Grand Canyon here. Let's see. Texas Pan
I'll give you the number in a second.
They're 6-9 ATS. I got the number. It's 23.5.
Correct.
That's
the current number is 23.5.
I'm not laying 23.5. No.
Grand Canyon's 24-4 in the season, 14-0 at home.
Yep.
7-3 in their last 10.
Well, they lost to Abilene Christian in their last game too. I thought the Charlton State game. They lost back-to-back games. That's why the number's so high.
6-21. Texas Rio Grande Valley.
And they just lost by 28 on the road to Seattle.
They're 1-11 on the road. 0-10 in their last 10. That's a 10-game losing streak, boys and girls, for those of you not good with the math. 23.5. I say lay it.
Okay.
Better to book.
Book it. I don't like it. Too many points.
Too many puntos for B-roll.
I'm not betting it, though. All right, here's mine.
Yep.
UMass Lowell laying 5.5 against Bryant.
Is this serious?
This is serious. Here's the thing.
First time in the history of the show you ever picked UMass Lowell.
Actually, not true. I remember UMass Lowell, when they went from D1 to from D2 to D1, my radio station was the flagship for UMass Lowell basketball.
I mean the BVB.
No, I've had this in Better Book It before. I've told you about UMass Lowell before. We've had UMass Lowell Riverhawk basketball before. Long time ago, we've had it before. Yes. In our 2.5 years, it's been on Better Book It.
Damn, okay.
Somehow, some way, and I don't know how, and I don't know why, but I got 4 different people who are on this game in the gambling space.
Really?
How in the hell is that possible? That this game, I don't know how. I got my suspicions of how, but somehow, some way, this game is now what in the gambling space is the hot game of the day.
Really?
I don't know. Steam came in, opened 3.5, went to 5.5, and it got as high as 6 before it came back down. Bryant on the road. At home, when Bryant played UMass Lowell 2 games ago, they were 2-point favorites. They lost by 9. UMass Lowell has won 3 games in a row. Pat Duquette's team is scoring a lot of points. They're in second place behind Vermont and America East. They got to win this game to keep pace. They're at home. I'll lay the 5.5 of the UMass Lowell. Better to book it. Oh, I should say, by the way, the other reason why I'm pissed off, UMass Lowell is 1-8 ATS at home. And I picked it, and all of a sudden everybody else is taking UMass Lowell as well.
Are they not paying attention to the show?
Or my record.
Ice cold? Right
or my record. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you're taking down people in the content space. They don't even know.
They don't even realize it.
Well, we got to book it.
Okay.
Well, you're ice cold. We're booking it.
I am. I'm not.
UMass Lowell is on other shows?
It is. I don't understand how, but it is. I got people DMing me going, hey, all these people, I follow this person, they're all on UMass Lowell. How is that possible that they're all in UMass Lowell?
Did somebody send you the play?
No, I picked it. You want to know how I picked it? I picked it because a kid in the Daily Juice Discord channel is a 2022 graduate of Creighton University, and he has a UMass Lowell Riverhawk avatar logo on the Discord channel.
Fantastic.
And I said, wait, a Creighton kid likes UMass Lowell? Let me go look at that game. And I went looked at the game and I broke it down. And I said, you know what? There's Steam coming in on UMass Lowell. I'm going to go ahead and follow Steam. 5.5.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
That's
as
how
good
I
a
got
reason as any why to pick a game. Now you know what we're going to do.
What?
We're going to focus on this conference the rest of the season.
America East? Well, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Well, Vermont's so good though. That's the problem. It's a one-team conference. They dominate it.
That's okay.
I mean, the thing goes through, a Creighton kid like in UMass Lowell equals destiny. Yep, I would agree with that. 100%.
That kid's trying to get an A, Nikki. That's what he's doing.
What channel is it on? ESPN 6? I have no idea. I think it's going to be streaming only. Yes.
I don't know if we could see actual. Have you been in this gym?
I have. I've called games in this gym. 100%. Yes. 100%. I've called games in this gym. Pat Duquette. I got Pat Duquette's phone number in my phone. I can call.
Don't text.
He's a friend. I've known him for years.
Leave Pat alone today. He's got a big game against
Bryant. If you guys are with us live on YouTube and Twitter, don't move. The remainder of Better to Book It's coming at you. For the rest of you guys, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. If you ever want to watch bonus time, go to our YouTube channel to watch it. You guys live, you know what you get. We already know the Bruins game, over 5.5. Better to book Bruins over. Okay.
There'll probably be 1-0-0 going to.
And I am on the steam of steam games.
Oh boy.
9-1, the Brooklyn Nets to the under over their last 10 games.
Oh my.
Hawks also have been on a massive under trend, only covering 4 times since the middle of January. Have their games gone over? 225. It's now 222.
Yes.
3-point steam.
Yes. Yesterday, the one winner that you had moved all the way against you, and you were right.
Yes, it was.
And you come back on another under today, and you're going to be right again. This one we're betting.
Okay,
so we're good to go. So you want the points with that Grand Canyon game? You want the Texas Rio Grande
touching that game? I'm not touching that game. What the fuck are you thinking about? I'm betting a 23. People are like, Matt, what are you live betting? I'm like, dude, you know how fucking cold I am? You think I'm live betting right now? I'm not live betting anything. I'm barely betting right now. I can't pick anything. I'm so cold. I'm betting the juice plays, and that's it. I'm betting that, and that's all I'm betting until I come out of the funk. I can't do it.
Well, I mean, listen, guys and girls, there's days that you just don't do anything. It's okay. I mean, Matt's doing it because you said it best on the juice when you said it. Like, this is your job. You have to do it. There's days when you're in streaks like this in your real life, take the day off. Go touch some grass. Go to dinner. Just relax.
I told a story last night of a guy who came on. It was late because he's on the East Coast. He's up late. He's got twins in the NICU unit, born 12 weeks premature. Saying I was looking for something to vote to bet on. I came on here I wanted to appreciate. Thanks for the content, guy. I appreciate it. Like, you want to talk about sobering yourself up real fucking quick about feeling bad about a 1 and 2 day? Have a guy come in and tell you that he's got 2 twin daughters sitting in a NICU unit fighting for their life. Yeah, real easy to go. Okay, I have no problems in my life. Like, I have nothing to worry about, nothing to bitch about at all. None, 0. They want the green door conversation.
Oh. How did this even come up in conversation?
Because I found it, and we were talking about things to do with prostitution and everything else. The Green Door is a sex club in Vegas. I had no idea this existed until 2 days ago, when, again, an influencer said, I'm going to the Green Door. And I was like, what the fuck is a Green Door? And I Googled it. What? Vegas. Yeah, Vegas. What's her name?
Starfish?
She's like Vegas Starfish, but she's a redhead, not a blonde. But she said, I found my friend. She goes, I'm not going with someone to hook up with. I'm just going with a friend to the Green Door. It's like, what the hook up with? What's that? Did my quick Google search, and it came up. And the website is, oh my God. Like the website is.
I haven't seen the website.
Oh my God. The website is fucking crazy.
Really?
The pricing's all fucked up. Like, women are really cheap. You can join for the year. It's like $3 for the year for men to join. And it's open till 6 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. 6 a.m. There's clearly marked areas for adults, adult couples, and adults plus one. If you're by yourself, you cannot go into an area that is marked for couples. They will throw you they'll throw you out. Literally, it says you will be escorted out of the club if, as a single, you go into a couples area. If you open a closed door in the club, you get thrown out. If the door is closed to the room, you're not allowed to open it up. Closed for a reason.
You're out.
I was like, what the hell?
And all this is laid out on the website?
100%. It is clear as day. It says all the.
You didn't hold on. You didn't go on this stuff on the work computer, did you?
Work computer. Oh, work computer. Everything's ours. We have no bosses.
No, I know. No, but I mean, like,
what work computer?
Like you're going to get those pop-up ads and all that stuff.
No. I mean, it's not like a porn site. It's not like
it sure sounds like it.
Actually, there are naked chicks on the website. That is true. There are pictures of women naked there. Yes, that is true. There are topless women that have taken pictures that are on there. I couldn't believe the website is crazy. It's absolute. The pricing structure is crazy.
Is it
like
theggreendoor.com?
I don't know. I just Googled it. Just Google Green Door. And it's just like, it has all these different, like, they have theme nights. You could have watched the Super Bowl there. Like, it is one of, like, I went, a lot of things in Vegas, as I said, other people have in other parts of the country now. Like, there's gambling and there's sports betting and there's, casinos and there's different things that are up. Show me, like, in the Midwest where they have a version of this, illegal. It's not a brothel. It says prostitution is highly illegal. They will throw you out for doing it.
So you're just hanging out?
No, oh no, you're having sex. Oh yeah, no, it's a sex club. It's straight up, it's bang time. Like you're going in there for a whole multitude of reasons. There's
shots.
There's a room there's an orgy room. It's called the orgy room. I swear to God. Like it is. There's a dominatrix room. There's a spa. There's like a spa area. I'm telling you, it is wacko. Like it's something out of like the Playboy Mansion, but they charge you for it. Like it's a business. It's a legitimate business.
Yeah. Wow.
The Green Door probably does have great food. You're probably right, Roger Long. It probably does have great food.
It probably does not have great food, Raj. Nobody's.
I mean, it is something else. Like
it's bang time.
Yes, 100%. Like it is.
I think we're gonna get that on a T-shirt. I was thinking of a couple things. BVB show.
It got closed.
Bang
Patrick.
time.
Nashville closed it down 6 months ago. Nashville had it.
Oh, Patrick, yeah.
Like I guess you can wear. What was it saying? Like I think you can wear like I think you can wear masks, but you can wear things that like disguise your identity. It like basically says like. Yes, there's a room called the Sexagon. Yes, there's a room called the Sexagon inside of it. Yes. Yes.
Sarah Mello's doing an unbelievable job.
Yes. How much time? I spent a lot of time on this website, Dakota. I mean, I was on there for like a half an hour. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I was like, how does this exist in the public? Like, I know where it is. Like, I know where in the city, I know where it is.
Yeah,
I never been there.
I've never been there.
I've never been there. I never thought to drive past it or do anything else, but I was like, this used to be the stuff that you would see, like, this would be underground. This would be quiet. This would be, no one would talk about this. There's like a broad, like right at the top, like big, huge, what happens here stays here. What happens in the Green Door stays in the Green Door.
Can we get codes for the Green Door?
That's phenomenal. Winning Las Vegas. Have I ever been to a gay club? Yes, I've been to a gay club. I've been to a gay club in East Des Moines. They were the bar that stayed open until 3 a.m. and they had the stiffest. Sorry for the pun. Drink there. They had their alcohol. The drinks were phenomenal.
The stiffest drink.
So we'd start there. We'd go there, take 2 or 3 drinks. Then we go across the river back to other clubs in Des Moines and then go back there after if you didn't want to go home, you would just go back there. So yes, 100%. Yes. It's actually the only gay club I've been to that was in Des Moines just because of that situation. This is not a gay club. This is a straight up like everything club. Anything goes club.
I had a whole thing like to mention for best thing about today, but it's all fucking gone. The best thing about today is the Green Door discussion. You want to talk about the annals of history of the BBB
and the stiffest of drinks?
Forget about it. The meat curtain. I mean, that was an all-timer. Me rapping on BVB, roll call Fridays. Good.
Oh, that's a
conversation.
That's a decent trick.
A bunch of guys I played football with in college would go to the gay club because they wouldn't
have to pay for drinks. Role reversal. Genius. Smart. Role reversal. Yes, Kevin, furries. Yeah, furries. I guarantee you the Green Door has got a furry night. I guarantee.
Oh my God.
I guarantee they have a furry night. 100%. We should go to the furry night.
We're definitely not going to mention this part of the conversation on either live show we do at Resorts Pro.
Probably not. No.
Because then we're going to need multi-insurance policies, which I spent all morning trying to figure out what the hell kind of things we need. Green door to the pink box.
You need some donuts.
Put it in the hole.
You come out, you go ahead and get it. You got to go to the Pink Box Donuts, right there. You got to go across the street. Actually, I think there's a Pink Box Donuts coming close by to that, actually.
It's not.
Oh, God. It's unbelievable. And by the way, Winning Las Vegas is saying that you can just go there to watch. I'm not sure which is more creepy. Going in there to have orgy sex or going there to watch other human beings have orgy sex. I don't know which one's weirder or crazier, but going in there and just staring at people doing it, I don't know, man. At least you're going to go in there and play the game. It's going to be if you're going to participate. I get why you go there. You want to participate. Otherwise, just stay at home and watch it on your computer. I don't know. We need to be there to watch it.
Take this whole conversation to a next level.
I'm sure Sports Grid won't mind. Yeah,
can't even read it.
Yeah,
can you talk to them about doing a remote for one episode? I'm sure Sports Grid won't mind.
Could you imagine live from the green door? Why are you guys here?
We might have to make this happen in 2024.
Ain't happening, my friend.
Wouldn't that be something? They told us we could get any sponsors we want. Green door. Welcome to the BVB show.
That would be absolutely amazing. Oh my God, that website is something else. That is unbelievable. It really is. Oh, if Sports Grid.
I like the way Sonic thinks.
Let's go to a live show from there. Holy shit. Can you imagine? That would be.
That'll give new meaning to better to book it.
Whole new meaning to title shots. That's for sure.
Oh, God.
Goodness.
What would we go dressed up?
I have no idea because I ain't going. That's for sure. That's like I'm pretty open-minded and I'm a pretty adventurous guy. If my girlfriend, wife, someone came to me and said, "Hey, honey, I got an idea. I want to go here." I would have to go like, wait. What am I doing wrong? Like, what's going on? Why do you want to go to this exactly? Like, this is everyone's on a serious substance. Like, no one is sober in that place. There's no way anybody's not on E or something.
I think it's just that's a lifestyle. That you don't gotta be.
There's a neighbor in my neighborhood. What? Who they just actually left out, but you know how purple is the color for swingers?
I did not know that.
Okay, so purple is the color for swingers.
I love purple.
Their whole house is decked in purple light, and every time I drive by, I just laugh. I'm like, they got a bat signal. Like, it's a bat signal. It's saying like, this is what we do, and we're gonna go ahead. And I'm like, I wonder if they know. Like, I wonder if they know that that's actually going on. that purple is a complete like sign to certain people to knock on their door. I never knew about this. I forget what movie it was, and about you drop your keys into the bowl in the 70s.
Yeah,
the swinging. I forget what movie. I was like 17, 18 when I saw a movie, and I was like, what the hell are they doing? And
the 70s was a wild time for a lot of people. Woo! I was glad I'm a little kid, but I mean, this is why the 80s music is what it was, and a lot of people were doing a lot of things in the 80s. Because they were recovering from those 70s where anything went. Raymaker Lou said the Hammer lives this lifestyle.
So really?
Lifestyle.
Does he really?
Yeah. And wow. Whitrock just said, by the way, FYI, Caitlin Clark just declared in the middle of all this for the WNBA draft.
Before senior night. Okay. That makes sense.
Wow.
Okay. That's good for her. I mean, there was a big question of whether or not she was going to say goodbye or not. Because that's what happened for that player from UConn who said she was going to declare. And then on senior night, she said, I'm coming back. So she probably wanted to cut that down on that.
Football Guy 97 said a high-end neighborhood by them has purple flags to show the swinger parties.
See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I think my neighbors, either they are or they don't know the joke. One of the two. But their entire house is completely purple. Like when we drive by at night, like when we drive by in my neighborhood at night, that house on the right, before you go to the left of my house, the house on the right is always big, huge purple lights all over it. And they always laugh. I'm always like, I wonder if they know what that means. Or maybe they do know. It is Vegas after all. So maybe they do know if that's what's going on.
God.
Yeah. So Paige decided to go back to UConn next year. So that's how he started in the business. That's how he started. Wow, the Hammer got into the business via the green door. How about that? That's tremendous. There's a nudist colony in Vegas? What? Did you know that, Dave?
Man, all these places are popping up with these topless pools.
Oh, that's been legendary.
Yeah, but that joint that was next to that office and I book in the games, I went over there a lot and used to wonder what the fuck is going on in here.
That's what's going on in there.
I'd go over there to buy a Snickers. Because the vending machine would change over there frequently. So I'd walk over to buy a Snickers and these couples would be walking in. I'm like, they're going to make a movie.
Yep.
That's what they're doing.
They rented it out.
That upstairs, I've seen that on different movies on Cinemax and HBO. I'm like, that's the joint I work next to.
That's that movie.
Okay. And then I would see it and wonder, yep. And then the 2 times I went over for lunch, it just went to the pool. I was like, this is the weirdest. Like, I got to go back over and check the second halves of these NBA games. And I'm sitting there looking at these people waiting for somebody to just jump on somebody. You know, there's 8 people out there, and 5 of them aren't wearing tops.
You're not you when you're hungry. A Snickers and a titty is a hell of a parlay.
That is a hell of a parlay, Nikki. Jeez, the green door.
There we go. Is that it? We're ending the show on that. Favorite thing about today is that?
That's my favorite thing about today.
Mine too.
No, seriously. The other favorite thing about today is I just got a text from Jessica.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going to be doing Roll Call Friday tomorrow. It might be a check-in because she just bought me a ticket to fly to Richmond, Virginia tonight.
What?
She just bought me a ticket. She just sent me a text. I got to check my email. I'm flying to Richmond, Virginia tonight on the red eye to rent a car and drive to Murfreesboro, North Carolina.
Murfreesboro, yeah. Okay.
Murfreesboro to see my daughter play softball tomorrow and Saturday, 2 games each. My daughter doesn't know I'm coming.
Nice.
Nobody knows I'm coming. I didn't know I was going until about 10 minutes ago when she sent me this text because I can't go to Florida to go for that 5-6 days.
Are they going to Florida without you?
What's that?
Are they going or you're not?
They're going to Florida.
Oh.
They're going to Florida. Somebody got to stay with the dog, and
yep,
it cost us $8,000.
Yep.
She just got me a last-minute ticket, round trip. So I'll be in Richmond, Virginia, which is not far from Mikey Awesome's house.
It's not.
So,
it kind of is, but it's not. It's a lot closer than Vegas.
He said, he texted him. He said he's 45 minutes away. So from Richmond. So I'm going to try to make it a point, maybe have a meal, something. If you're in Virginia, you want to come watch softball with me Friday, Saturday, that's the plan. I'll do the show from the phone tomorrow. That's the plan. Me and you. You're probably on your own for Sports Grid. We'll get you a replacement.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I can have my own. Like, do they know? No.
Literally, I just found out. This is the way this life is right now. I just found out about the green door, and I just found out that I'm going on a red eye tonight to Richmond, Virginia. Well, I'm not even packing a bag. Nothing.
I mean, I don't. I'm tempted just to kill the show tomorrow, then, just because it's going to be chaos for you. How are you going to do the show? You're going to be like a zombie. You got to drive from Richmond to that's like an hour, right?
But I mean, I don't even know if I'm getting a hotel room. I might sleep in the car. I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow.
Don't do that in Virginia. That's not a good idea. I live.
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea. It's a very bad idea. It's a very bad idea to sleep in the car.
No, I got to find a place to play. Maybe I'll find a green door in Virginia.
All right. Well, stay tuned. I'll let everyone know in the Discord channel as to what we're doing. So I'll let you know what tomorrow is going to be. That's cool. That's awesome. So that's going to be a fun weekend. I literally
just got the text. I'm like, oh, okay.
We'll figure it out.
She's trying to get rid of me. I don't know.
No, we'll figure it out. Get Sydney to fill in. Maybe we'll figure it. Maybe, but Emerson's waking up early and doing that show on DraftKings Network right now. So
Emerson wants on the show again so bad. He's texting me. When am I coming in? I don't know. We'll see.
All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Roll Call Friday tomorrow, but we'll let you know. TheBVBShow.com is our Discord channel. Thank you for being here. More to come. BVB. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, depending on. More to come.